Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Hump Day. Good morning and welcome onto the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Brought to you as always by Happy State Bank. Alongside the one and only Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. We got Lucas White across the way taking care of us as usual. You can hit us up. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Not too early in the week for score predictions. If you want to put those in, you can do so there through the Yates Flooring Center chat line on that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Plenty to get into, including a spin of the tiny wheel a little later. A Halloween candy draft.
It's going to be a good day.
2.0.
As much as I got kicked in the teeth yesterday, it's going to be a good day today.
We'll, of course, talk Tech football versus West Virginia, Red Raider basketball at Big 12 Media Days today. Maybe touch on the Cowboys a little bit. I got lots of fun little facts for you today. We'll toss in there as well. Hex, I see one residual tattoo. It didn't get all the way off. It's the Playboy bunny on the neck.
Well, I went home and immediately got rid of all of them except for the Playboy bunny because I thought it was funny on the neck.
Yeah.
And so I did the rubbing alcohol. It came off real easy. It was nice. It wasn't a big sweat or anything. Just probably 2 minutes, got them all gone. And then I decided, I'd have a little fun with the bunny on the neck, and went for an ice cream run, for the fam last night, and walked through the front doors. The lady at the register said, "Ooh, I love that Playboy bunny." And I went, "Oh my gosh." First off, I'd forgotten it was on my neck.
Yeah.
So then I had to, it's fake.
Come on.
I'm not really
leaned into it.
Yeah, I should have. Thanks. I'm thinking about getting another one on the other side.
Yeah.
Thinking about getting a couple over my eyebrows.
Yeah, Hugh and I were buddies back in the day.
Well, so then I went home and told that story, and then, of course, the 11-year-old, "What's Playboy?"
So he had no idea what the Playboy was.
No.
Oh, that's great. Get to have the talk in the evening after the ice cream run. So fun. So fun. You did don it at pickleball yesterday.
Yeah, and then I forgot that I had it on, and I had to tell everybody, "Look, guys, I don't."
This isn't real.
Because I don't know these guys at all. One of them I know kind of, but
it's so good.
Choice and I had our debut pickleball.
Only a little bit of trash talk going on.
Yeah, and that's, as I get more fatigue, I trash talk more.
I know, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. I have never pickleballed before, but definitely get the intrigue for it. It's fun.
So good, man.
It is fun. I get why people like it. So it was a fun run.
I think it's tennis for people that can't play tennis.
It's along those lines.
Yeah.
It is along those lines. I feel like there's more.
Racquetball's a better sport. And it's, to me, more fun. But pickleball's close.
Okay. I don't know. I need to play pickleball a couple more times before I give a full-on judgment on it. We'll take your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Get them in the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll try to dig up, of course, peek behind the curtain. Computers never do an update when you want them to, right?
No.
As soon as I open it, and as soon as we're going on air, boom. So I was going to try to pull up the old cotton candy, Halloween candy draft. We're going to see if we can see the picks from that last one before we dive into that. That's coming up at 9:45.
Good day, isn't it, Lucas?
This morning.
Huh? You're not the wheel white?
I know. It's I was worried about that all Sunday, and I was like,
you're on vacation.
Yes.
You're trying to have a good time. You're at a wedding. You're in New Mexico. You're in Ruidoso, and you're worried about becoming Lucas the Wheel White.
I am.
Well, that'd have been me too, because I was worried too.
Of course.
Of course. Unfortunately, someone is on the wheel. I'm not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to the Halloween candy draft, but not.
I heard Megan and the other teachers got a kick out of the picture, by
big
the way.
one. She shared it with all of them, too.
I know.
She did. She's like, hey, text me a picture. Because Perry, of course, is the donkey's sharing
Donkey
everything.
tells everything, every detail, every plan that's within a month. Yeah.
Well, every interaction I've had with the young boy, he's been pretty quiet. So I don't know these stories that you tell. Like last night when I saw him, I'm like, hey, you giving...
He was so
Give my
mad
wife any
last
trouble?
night. He was so ticked.
Why?
Like he gave me crap the whole way home.
Why? That you lost him?
No, because
okay.
he didn't get to play.
He played some? Well, I mean, yeah.
It's like I was just jealous. You guys look like you were having fun, and I wanted to play, and you're meh, 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 meh.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like, son, I went to my dad's softball games and sat there and did nothing. I didn't have any phones.
Right.
I didn't have. I mean, think about what was around there: dartboard, TVs,
he had some fun.
outdoor hoops. But no, he's got to stay as close to my hip as possible.
Joined at the hip.
It's nice to have someone love you that much, though. I'll tell you.
That's true. That's true. So we got a football game this weekend, Texas Tech, West Virginia. We'll look at it from a statistical standpoint. West Virginia is an interesting case study this year. They really are, because they were looked at as one of the bottom 3 teams coming into the league. So was Texas Tech. Both of these teams were looked at as 8 and 9 in just about everybody's polls, projections. West Virginia comes out and plays a good game against Pitt, and people think, okay, maybe this team's a little better than we thought. But then they get off to a 1-2 start, don't look that good in some games. So this team has been an interesting one to watch, because obviously they're coming off of their best win of the season, and that's at home against Baylor, a team who was projected to be the number 1 team in the league. And I don't know how much people actually believe that when they're voting it, or if that was just a, hey, you won the league last year, so we're going to give you the nod type of thing. But Baylor has been down. West Virginia picked them off while they're down a little bit. And this has been
Thursday night in Morgantown.
Yeah, this has been a team that I'm having a lot of trouble judging very well, because I think they are not the 9th or the 2nd worst team in this league when you look at the full body of work. But then you look at everybody else, it's like, okay, then who is?
Yeah.
So someone's got to be that, and maybe it is a 500 type of football team that's going to end up being 9th place in this league. I think West Virginia very well could go in the Pac-12 and win 7 or 8 games this year.
Yeah, I do too.
But in this year, Texas Tech has got to take care of business at home. By the way, Red Out announced for Saturday. I know someone was asking about that earlier this week. So if you're planning on going to the game, wear red. We'll dive into that matchup quite a bit as we roll on today. Look at it from Mountaineers' perspective as well as the Red Raiders. Right now, we'll get some headlines after a few messages. It is the end of the bench on 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
He's Geoff Haxton. I'm Chois Woodman. You're listening to the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Time for a few headlines on this Wednesday, October the 19th. We'll start off with Big 12 Match Play Championship, Texas Tech men's golf. We have the event summary results. So through the first 2 days in Pool A, Texas Tech has 7 points, 13.5 match points, and a whole differential of 29. Whatever all that means, they're in first place in Pool A currently. Oklahoma in first place. In Pool B, Texas Tech ended up tying Kansas State yesterday, but still in the overall lead. And right now, underway for the third and final round of pool play against the Texas Longhorns. currently tied pretty early on, 2-2 and 2. So 2-2 and 2 are in a tie currently. So we'll keep you updated on that over the next couple of hours. Elsewhere going on, Major League Baseball last night, I should say yesterday afternoon, the Yankees end up beating the Guardians, by a score of 5-1. So they will take on the Houston Astros tonight. Quick turnaround there to open up ALCS Game 1. Phillies beat the Padres in Game 1 of in the NLCS, 2-0. So they're out to a quick start there. Did you know the NBA started last night?
Yeah, I did.
Did you know that yesterday before you?
Yeah, because I got an email from Adam Silver.
Okay.
In my junk folder that said, starting the year, NBA fans. And I was like, oh, okay. And then watched about 3 minutes of Sixers Celtics.
There you go.
So it was like 65-60 in like the late second quarter, and I was like, "Jeez."
Yeah, no kidding. We'll have going backwards. Have Astros at 6:05 on Double T 97.3 tonight because we've got High School Fan Zone here on 100.7 The Score, Friendship and Lubbock Cooper. All right, back to NBA. We had the Lakers losing to the Warriors. Tonight, Rockets host Atlanta at 6:30. Spurs are hosting the Hornets at 7 o'clock. And the Mavericks are in Phoenix taking on the Suns at 9 o'clock. Those two teams love each other. And what have I missed? Tyree Wilson. He's all over the news right now because of mid-season type of awards. Wilson named a first team mid-season All-American by The Athletic. Pretty good stuff there. Not super surprised by that. I mean, he is as dominant as of a pass rusher as you've had here in quite some time. But got to keep it up if you want to have the actual All-American award at the end of the season, because there are some tough pass rushers in this league. He also, trying to rack up everything, Rotary Lombardi Award, named first team All-American by The Athletic. Watch list for the Lombardi Award. And there's one more. Can't find it. You can hit us up.
Texas Tech Media Day today. Did you get that one?
Basketball. I'm all over the place, man.
I think our guys are on from 11:30 to 11:45.
Where do you watch that now? Like, is
that
a Valley thing?
Did you watch the Yormark interview?
I read a lot of it. I never watched it. I read a lot of it.
Very interesting, just to kind of diagnose his demeanor and how smart I think he is. He talks like a brilliant person.
I think he is.
He may be. We'll see if he can execute the words that he's saying. But, I mean, if you just listen to him, you're like, man, this guy's on another level with the experience he has with the TV networks,
Yep.
the game of basketball, the branding, the imaging. Those are kind of the same thing, I know, but
sure.
Just watching him, and he said that all of the courtside media seats are going to get wiped out for Nicholson seats. So the Big 12 tournament's going to look a lot different.
Oh, okay.
For all Nicholson us seats. Media guys, print, blog, radio, everybody, yeah. So I don't know where we'll go, but right, I guess I'm thinking upper deck, but
surely not upper deck. A lot of the NBA arenas have just like the Phoenix arena, y'all were not upper deck, but y'all were like
halfway up.
Yeah, halfway up. There's a little section there. Surely they're going
Madison Square Garden. You're halfway up.
Halfway up. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's probably what it'll be more.
Phoenix. Like. You already said that one, but there's another one that we were halfway up. The Heat.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting too.
But he said that Big 12 tournament prices haven't been raised in 10 years, so they're going to raise them. And they're going to do more on private fan experience, and they're going to take out the media seating on courtside and replace that with big money seats.
Yeah, overall comments, man, he is talking like he knows what he's doing. I mean, he is. So I'm extremely curious to see how this goes over the next little bit. Speaking of, might as well transition there. Saw the numbers for Big 12's top 5 games this year in football versus the Pac-12's top 5 games this year, and this is with non-outgoing teams. So not involving any Texas games, not involving any OU or USC, UCLA. Big 12's best game this year, 2.41 million viewers for OSU and Baylor. Pac-12's underneath Oregon and Washington State, 2.27 million viewers. So not a massive difference, but where the difference gets massive is where you look at the totality of the top 5. Second biggest viewing, TCU, Oklahoma State, last weekend. 2.14 million viewers.
Up against Alabama and Tennessee.
Yeah. Versus...
That did 11 million.
Utah, Arizona State, who drew 1.21 million, almost a million less for the second place viewership game. These are the numbers that's really going to tell the TV networks what they need to know. Third most viewed game, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, 1.63 million viewers. And
that's in line with numbers that we've seen. Remember that the number that we had last year that really stood out was Texas Tech and Oklahoma State here in Lubbock had higher TV numbers than USC, UCLA.
And this is an FS1 broadcast too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't a national broadcast.
It's not Big Fox, not ABC.
That's an FS1 broadcast that drew that. So that's a big number for an FS1 broadcast. Second or third for Pac-12, Oregon State, Stanford, 1.08 million. Then you go down to the fourth, TCU, Kansas. That's right, TCU, Kansas at 1.31 million viewers. The fourth place is Stanford, Oregon, 672,000. Big difference in fourth. Baylor, West Virginia, 1.15. And then fifth place, Stanford, Washington, 532,000. There is a massive gap in totality of viewers in those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly.
And then you had Wilner again. Just it's amazing how we can
I
all.
haven't seen him. What did he do?
Was
it with these numbers?
No, yeah. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Okay, I'll let you quote him directly, but it's. I don't know what more evidence we need to show that people care more about watching football in Big 12 country than they do the Pac-12. Generally speaking, Texas Tech is one of the most secure teams, in my opinion, when it comes to any of this conference realignment. But you just look at the Pac-12 as a whole. I still believe at least two of those schools are going to end up in the Big 12.
All right, here's what he said. TCU and Oklahoma State were both undefeated and on broadcast television. Tell me again why the Pac-12 ceiling is the Big 12's floor. Rinse, repeat. They are closer in valuation than dissimilar. Big 12 might have edge because of hoops, but it's in the margins, not a transformative cash difference. And that got 130 replies and 60 retweets. And
I just read you the difference right there. I mean, that's what it is. Why do you have to be so dense? I mean, is his job directly affected? Maybe it is with the Pac-12 survival.
It could be.
And maybe that's it. And I get it. If
Pac-12 hotline.
If you're
that's a show.
Yeah, if your job is directly affected, I totally get it. Pining for it, so fine. Keep pumping your propaganda. It's not going to last that long. It's the end of the bench. Get back to more of your thoughts and Tiny Wheel next.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
That's right. We are the End of the Bench. Right here on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and 107 The Score mobile app. However, wherever you're tuning us in from, we're glad that you've chosen to make us part of your hump day. Just finished up our Halloween Candy Draft 2022 edition. We need a snub list if you want to chime in.
If you dare.
If anything we did not mention is welcome, and 6 of them. So first person to chime in with 6 that we did not mention, go for it on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, and you'll get your snub list in to the Halloween Candy Draft 2022. Keep hitting us up. Many of you have. Yates Flooring Center chat line through the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Shelly says you missed individual Dove dark chocolates. Best pure
I saw
chocolate
those,
out
yeah,
there.
and I just don't know how much those resonate with the overall voter or person that's participating in this exercise. Those are awesome. The Hershey's Nuggets are awesome.
The Nuggets?
Yeah, the
Kisses?
little bricks.
Oh.
They're called Hershey's Nuggets, and they come with almond. They come in dark. They come in regular.
How have I not seen these? Oh, are they like little clusters?
No, they're bricks. They're
Bricks.
thick.
So not the bricks that you break off of the
Nuggets,
actual candy
man.
bar. Okay.
Are you not hearing me?
I hear you. I'm just trying to picture it. I need a picture. I'm a
I'll
visual
get it
person.
for you.
I'm a
Hershey's
visual
Nuggets. Here we go.
Hershey's Nuggets. I'm here to learn. Okay. I'm done. Thank you. I have seen those. It's been a long time since I've seen them, though. They still make them?
Oh, yeah.
Like, where do you even find those
Sam's.
anymore? Okay.
They're like $220 a pop.
It's been a while. I bet that'd be really good in the cookies and cream version, too. Yeah.
Almonds, dark chocolate with toffee and almonds, milk chocolate,
Toffee's great.
milk chocolate with almonds, Hershey's Nugget assortment.
There we go. Someone says, paint it red. Red Raiders win by 12 this weekend. I'm going to bring you a stat I find rather fascinating coming up in a little bit with Texas Tech football. It's the fourth downs. I do like that Matt Dowdy, shout out, has included this in this week's media notes. But the fourth downs, you may wonder, okay, is this helping or hurting the team overall? How is this done when going for it on fourth down? In some games, it has clearly helped the team. Some games, it has clearly hurt the team. So we'll go through that coming up in a few moments. The line for Texas Tech, Hax, one of them currently sitting at 6.5. Red Raiders favored over West Virginia.
Opened at 4.
Opened at 4. So moving in the right direction if you're a Texas Tech fan. What's the gut feeling on this as we sit on a Wednesday?
Good. I think it'll be a battle. I think it'll be a physical contest. I think the Red Raiders will score a lot of points. I think West Virginia will score quite a few points. I'm thinking something in the 30s to something in the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way I feel about it because I've seen West Virginia give up a lot of points. They have pieces, but it's not a whole top to bottom defense. You got to watch out for Sills, of course. There's Stills.
He's Sills, I believe.
Those are the ones that confuse me.
I get mixed up.
Yeah.
Desmond Sills. No, now I'm mixing
They've
up
been
the
brothers.
first name.
Now
Yeah.
there's one.
I think it's Sills, but continue.
But I feel good about Texas Tech. I do.
I do too, and maybe that's what should worry me.
No, you got to quit thinking this way. How do you feel about it?
7.
Stick with it.
7, by the way, is the latest line.
Yeah,
this
it's
week,
going up.
as we said. It is moving in favor of the Red Raiders.
They have sneaky playmakers, and they've got wideouts and running backs and Daniels, and they've got pieces. So that's why I think you'll see not a shoot 'em up, shoot out 52-48 type situation, but something in the high 30s to something in the mid 30s. I think that's about where this thing will land, and 38, 31, something like that. That's the way I feel about it.
For some reason, the advanced I really can't speak today. Advanced metrics cannot favor the Red Raiders much this year. They don't like Texas Tech. The advanced metrics love the Longhorns for whatever reason and don't really like Texas Tech this year. You've moved from being a pretty heavy favorite on ESPN's FPI to a 58% favorite in the last couple of weeks in this game in particular. That's not a huge favorite for home and really reflects about a 4-point line, not a 7-point line. But one that's pretty interesting, oddshark.com puts out their advanced metric every week of a predicted score. Their predicted score is 28-17 West Virginia. So their metric does not like the Red Raiders at all for whatever reason. Now, the line history on this game, obviously very much in favor of Texas Tech in recent years, if you're into that kind of thing. You've won the last 3 in a row. Hax, I don't think this is crazy. I mean, I think this is a little crazy to say, but I don't know that it's completely inaccurate. Neil Brown might be coaching for his job on Saturday. I mean, when the dust settles and we look at the end of the season, West Virginia's sitting there trying to make a decision whether they're going to keep Neil Brown or not. I'm not saying that he's going to get fired after Saturday, but I'm saying if he doesn't win this game, this could be the tipping point on whether he's going to end up keeping his job or not. If he goes 0-4 against Texas Tech, who has been a bad football team or a average at best football team for 4 years in a row, that's going to be one of those nails in the coffin, in my opinion. Now, they can go do things on the other side of this and go win other games, but if they're a 6-6 or 5-7 football team and another one of those losses comes as Neil Brown's 4th straight loss to Texas Tech.
It doesn't matter about Texas Tech at all. It matters about buyout time. When does the buyout drop?
He's got a pretty big one, right? If I remember correctly. I think his is like $16 million during the season.
Yeah, when does it drop? That's the biggest thing that matters.
After the season, I believe he's got a drop. I don't know how significant it is. But, no, I think...
Because buyouts don't matter in some places. They do matter in some places.
So in your opinion, Neil Brown's been top 3 all year when it comes to next coach fired on those Vegas lists. What number does he have to get to? The 6-6 save?
Yeah, he's got to get to a bowl.
I still don't even know if that's enough for him.
You're at that.
And you're right, buyout's going to matter.
You're at that Cliff Kingsbury time of year.
Yeah.
You beat Texas? Oh, we're going to a bowl. You get another year of employment.
I don't know what that number looks like for West Virginia, but I think it's bare minimum 6
Just got to win over a ranked team, then ranked.
All right, continue to hit us up. We're still hunting for a snub list on our candy bar, not candy bar, but Halloween candies draft. If you want to chime in with yours, you can do so there on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Hax has the highs and lows. That's coming up next on 100.7 The Score.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Alongside Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. Hanging out with the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. With you for about 30 more minutes. We'll get away to the bottom line. It's high noon today as usual. Then don't forget High School Fan Zone tonight at 7 o'clock. Coaches from Friendship and Lubbock Cooper on 100.7 The Score. Lots more of your thoughts. We'll play some catch up there. Get your questions in. Got one from Raiders Dad that I've held on to for a little bit. It's an interesting one. Ask the Benchwarmers headed your way 15 minutes from now. So get those questions in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line, or you can call us at 806-771-0973. Bullfighter says, wonder if Alan Jackson ever went down yonder to Lubbock on the Chattahoochee. Shelly says, just pack it in for the day, Chios. Go phone case shopping. Hax can handle 2 segments.
That's right.
I'd do it, but I don't know that my boss would be too happy with that.
Just pack it in.
Just pack it in.
Go get you a phone case.
Hax, one of the hot topics this season has obviously been the analytics. And it's not a conversation that's exclusive to Lubbock. Have you noticed it across college football?
Sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of coaches that have kind of adopted this analytics thing and gone forward a lot more on 4th down. I feel like We've seen Mike Gundy almost lean into it the other direction just because everybody else is doing this. All right, third down. I'm going to punt on third down. He hadn't done that, but
handoff, throw it out of bounds, punt.
Yeah, and our defense is going to stop you. So
unless you're playing TCU,
yeah, it didn't work out so well there.
In the Dugs.
So interesting stat here. It breaks down the fourth downs. And it breaks down points gained and points lost for you. Meaning, after a fourth down, whether you get it or whether you don't get it, how many points you give up or how many points you get on the other side of those fourth downs. So, in Murray State, didn't have anything to worry about. Didn't ever go for a fourth down. Shouldn't have to.
Didn't need to.
In the Houston game, Texas Tech was 2 for 3 and gained 7 points. You got a touchdown after one of those fourth downs. Fourth down conversions. NC State, this one you might remember as it didn't go as well for you. You went 1 for 4 on fourth downs, gained 7 points, lost 14. Did get a touchdown after one, but one of those also was directly on fourth down to pick six.
Yeah, remember.
So that one hurt extra. So -7 in that game. So through 3 games, points-wise, you were even. After that, though, is where it got a little different. The Texas game,
6 for 8.
Well documented. Well documented. 6 for 8. 27 points gained. 27 after fourth down conversions. You got touchdown, or you got points after. 0 lost. Now you'd think that's going to be more of an anomaly most of the time. But then again, maybe it won't. Maybe there's just games where it's going to work for you and games where it's not. Because you look at the next game against K-State, 1 for 3, 0 points gained 6 points lost. And then the Oklahoma State game, it worked out for you. It just, the last 2 times you went for it, that's when it didn't work out. Started out 4 for 4. Ended up actually last 3 times, 4 for 7. Gained 24 points in the game, lost 7. So a plus 17.
Yeah, OSU's not going to make you pay. That's another thing about what we're seeing with Oklahoma State is they'll get that fourth down stop so Texas got it at their own 38, and they go for it, and then OSU goes run, and kicks a field goal.
Yeah. So, overall, 14 of 25 on the season. Not a terrible percentage. Probably would want it to be a little higher at 56%.
It's pretty good.
56 is good. But
especially when you're going on it, again, the pressure ratchets up on you when you're at your own 35.
Sure.
And this might be your last chance. They've done it at 13, 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. A lot of ball left, and they've gone for it. So
we've seen in the first half.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I mean, those numbers tell us so much, and it makes me feel better about what I said after that Texas game. If you coach that old school, the way that it's been coached before, you lose.
In that game, yeah, for sure.
You go Joey Huevos and get 6 for 8, and you win.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's going to cost you. But those numbers pan out to where it's plus territory.
So, and that's where you're at right now. Through 6 games on the fourth down numbers, you're plus 38 points when it comes to points gained and points lost. So far, we got to get a full season sample size, but so far it's worked out very much in the Red Raiders' favor to be aggressive. Now, it is very measured. It's very measured. It's not a loosey-goosey, hey, it's 4th and 17 from our own 35, so we're going to go for it.
I mean, they have criteria.
Yeah, it's got to be, there's a magic number that comes with it. If they're 3 yards away in certain situations, we're going for it.
And you've seen them not hesitate either. You can tell there's a plan.
There is an absolute plan for it. There's zero hesitation. So that's one thing that's I found very interesting to just look at the numbers, the tangible numbers on the fourth downs, and how well that's worked out for the Red Raiders this year. Obviously didn't win the Oklahoma State game, but also in some of those situations, you get 24 points after fourth downs in that game. So it helped you jump out to the early lead that you did and give you a chance to win that game. Still fell short because he couldn't convert a couple down the stretch, and Oklahoma State's defense bowed up quite a bit, which they've done every game except for,
second half TCU.
the most recent one. Didn't work out so hot in that one. Keep hitting us up. Those comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line.
Mark Adams at the podium.
We can actually see that, right?
ESPNU.
On the U? Oh, we don't have the U in here. Never mind. It's kind of sad.
Apparently he walked to the stage with Def Leppard music playing in the background.
Did he really? Like, on purpose?
I don't think he chose it, but
That'd be like Mark, yeah. Hey, make sure we get some Def Leppard. Make sure. I need a good walk-up song here. Hax, here's a little fun fact for you. There's only one NFL quarterback with a 100-plus passer rating in each of the last 3 weeks. 100-plus passer rating.
Mahomes?
That's not Mahomes. You'd think it'd be Mahomes or Allen or someone along those lines.
Jared Goff.
No, because he had that one bad game against the Patriots. Try the other guy on that sideline. Bailey Zappi. Zappi is the
Zapster.
only player in the NFL with a 100-plus passer rating in the last 3 weeks.
My goodness, what a number.
This guy he's killing it. I feel, I don't know that there's a game I've ever felt much better in hindsight about barely beating an FCS team.
Hey, we actually beat Houston Baptist and Bailey Zappi.
Bailey Zappi, he was pretty freaking good.
Throwing it into the end zone for a win, but didn't win.
So that's good quarterback play in the NFL. Monday night's game with Justin Herbert, Hex, had 57 passes from Justin Herbert in the matchup versus Denver. That is the most in a winning effort without a touchdown in NFL history. 57 attempts, no touchdowns, and they still found a way to win the game. Sheesh.
Wow.
Sheesh. Did you see
more proof your computer's listening to you? You ready?
Oh, boy.
Build-A-Bear employee gets home from work.
Dude, it's so real.
Do you even know how many bears I built today? And here you are sitting on your blank playing on your computer. That's to his wife. The wife says, I make $400,000 a year. You don't need to work there.
It's so real.
Yeah.
They're listening.
I regret the respin now, although I did get to hear
You
imaging.
regret it?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Because it ended up with the
something softer.
Softer. Yeah. It is softer. And cheaper on me. I still have to pay for something, but it'll be cheaper than the Build-A-Bear.
Now, if I get a bear build, I'm going to be really, really upset.
You will?
Mm-hmm. It's something I've always wanted to do.
I will bite it, and I will go with the My Little Pony phone case for the rest of the year.
There you go.
I'll just to make it fully fair, I'll go till 2023.
Yes.
It will be there.
I feel better.
And I'll make sure I have it before October's over. I'll get online and order it.
You better get on your horse.
Well, if I get it from Amazon or something, it'll be here in 2 days. All right, get your questions in. Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll take questions of any and all sorts. Your confidence level of the Texas Tech game against West Virginia. Some very confident, some not confident at all. So get those questions in. You can call us on the Benchmark hotline as well, 806-771-0973. It's the end of the bench. Back for one more next on 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
That's right. Get your questions in now. Yates Flooring Center chat line, yours through the 100.7 The Score mobile app and at 107thescore.com. Tweet us at 107thescore. It's also where you can find Hax's face tats if you missed them yesterday. Or on the phone line, Benchmark hotline, 806-771-0973. If you want to call us with any questions or comments, you can do so there, as we've got a handful of questions in. I believe we have Bobby on the Benchmark hotline right now. Bobby, what you got for us?
Well, Graham Held coaches for West Virginia, and I love Graham Held and Michael Crabtree when they played for Tech. Mm-hmm. But I want I want Tech to win this weekend.
Yeah, I'm a Red Raider through and through, so obviously I love those guys. But yeah, I hope Graham Harrell goes tail tucked between the legs, and then I'll root for him after this. That's what I'm hoping for. He's had some success though. 43 points against Baylor last week is pretty good.
I was a Red Raider fan when Rodney Allison was quarterback, and that's how long it's been. So
appreciate the call, Bobby.
Have a good day.
You
Thanks,
too.
Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, it will be kind of weird seeing Graham on the other side. Or I guess he won't be on the sideline. I believe he's in the booth for this, but it'll be different. I hope someone in stadium plays highlight of him. Too bad there's nothing against West Virginia for him, but I hope there's a Graham Harrell like flashback. You know, you do those flashback moments in stadium. It'd be kind of fun to do that. Maybe put a picture of him up on the board or like camera so everybody can give a little ovation. Heard Jamie say that this morning. That'd be fun. Let's see. This is a question, Hacks, that I meant to get to yesterday. I apologize, Red Raider 2 Guns, because I like it. Who would you get a face tat, or would you get a face tat for a national championship, and what sport?
I'd get one for both the ones I cover.
You get a face tat?
Yeah.
Or just a little teardrop?
Playboy Bunny, man.
Playboy Bunny right there. The placement of it's perfect too, because it's not like you could see it.
I felt
easily.
rather comfortable with a neck tat. I'm telling you, I can see why people like it now. Because the lady at the ice cream place said, "I like that Playboy."
I think
it's like, that's right. I'm a bad boy.
There's a lot of things I would do for a Texas Tech national championship in any of the big three sports.
I'm not doing anything for your football. I'm sorry. I'm not doing nothing.
I don't think I'm doing a face tat for any of the three sports. I'll do a tat, but not a face tat. Face tats are... I guess this is back into choice judging people with the face tats.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Jackson, would you?
You know that guy driving the cocaine and hookers car has face tats.
100%.
There was an update about him yesterday. I forgot who put it in, but apparently he does DoorDash, and somebody got his lunch delivered by him.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Tell us on the chat line if it was you. That's great.
But yes, I would get one for
a face tat.
Oh yeah,
for any of your teams. Wow. Okay.
In a heartbeat, dude.
Face tats are so permanent. I don't know. Maybe
Natty.
All tattoos are permanent.
Natties are permanent too. Yeah.
Think about how hard it is to win a natty.
I know it is. I know.
A dude from Florida State went like
we've been right there
20 times and never won it.
Martin.
Yeah.
Hacks, which one of these would you take? Guaranteed 2 turnovers. Doesn't mean you are plus in the turnover margin. Or leading by a touchdown at half. That's from Raiders Dad. So if you get to pick one for this weekend's game, guaranteed 2 turnovers or leading by a touchdown at half.
I'm going to take the lead at half because I think Joey is going to outcoach Neil.
Okay.
And I think you'll get some separation, be able to keep them at arm's length. Sorry.
I think there's a lot of games I would take the 2 turnovers over the lead at the half.
I'm just afraid you'll turn it over 3 times if we go with 2.
A little gun shy from the season, huh? What are we, -8?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. It's been a rough turnover year. But still sitting at 3-3. Could be a lot worse. I think I would go I think I'll flip from you. I think I'd still take the turnovers. 2 turnovers. Hacks, hold on. Where'd that one go? Hacks, how many explanations did you have to give yesterday about the tats?
A lot.
You stayed out of public for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
This question, keep them coming. Are there live in-game analytics handled by a staffer, or is that something that's coming across on the coordinator screens, or how does that being handled in real game circumstances?
I can tell you how it works for basketball and baseball, but I have no idea for football.
For football, my understanding is you've got basically one staffer devoted to this, and I think he gives them a situation through his book where he'll say, okay, I think there's a channel devoted to this on the headsets where he says, hey, you get 3 yards here, we're going for it.
Yep.
Something like that. So it just kind of goes into that. I don't know the exact, but I'm pretty sure there's one person that's kind of on staff, and that's their job on game days. It's my understanding of it, at least.
The person on the chat that said can confirm no face tats for cocaine and hookers, he was the one that got the DoorDash, I'm pretty sure, yesterday.
That's amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
That's amazing. What does he look like? Next time, get another DoorDash and then snap a picture. We got to see what this guy looks like.
Take a picture with him.
Yeah, just selfie.
I mean, he's kind of a Lubbock.
Kind of a big deal.
Urban legend, you know.
Oh, this is great. I think we should play Harold's 2 pick sixes against Missouri on the Jumbotron for 2 days out of the year.
Welcome back, Coach.
He's the enemy. That's pretty good. Just saw Texas is picked by 6 at Oklahoma State. What the heck?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of text on this, too. I just think somewhere somebody knows something about this upcoming game. And as far as I can tell, my thing would be that Spencer Sanders is not going to play.
You know a lot of people over there. Is that the wonderings? Is that the guesses?
It's the ponderings, for sure. It's like, you know, to open up at 1 and then jump to 6.5, where the home team, and it's homecoming. That doesn't get you any points, but it is a big day in Stillwater. And then you're ranked 11. Texas ranked, 20?
Yeah. I think, right?
You've got the
I believe so.
5-year former first team all Big 12 quarterback. They've got the 5-star, quarterback from God.
Quarterback from God.
And so, something doesn't add up.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to
fishy.
me, but I would agree with you. It almost feels like something. Vegas knows something, or better knows something.
They're down to a third-string guard playing center.
My locks of the last 2 weeks would have been the Kansas State over Iowa State. Last week it would have been Oklahoma State plus the points,
which
would come true. So it would have been 1-1 there. This would be my lock of the week. It'd be Oklahoma State plus the 6 or 6.5 points against Texas.
I think you're on the wrong side.
I can't see it. I can't see everybody. What's going on there? Someone said.
Also, the corners and the safeties.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Not going to match up well with yours.
That's their biggest.
Not to mention Bijan.
Yeah.
It's a bad matchup.
Benchwarmers leaving tonight for the State Fair for my daughter to show her heifer. Anything y'all want me to bring back? We'll return on Sunday. My wife is in the banana bread competition. That's what you bring back.
That's it. That is it.
When do we need to drop it off?
I crave it daily.
Bring it Monday. We'll take banana bread on Monday. I was going to be like, we won't ask you to bring anything back. And then I read, okay, we'll ask you to bring banana bread. We're not too proud to beg. If you could, Benchwarmers, if you could fix one rule in college football, what would it be? Yeah, I think mine used to be targeting. Like if I only get one fix to where you do different levels of targeting, replay. Send it to the NFL rules. It's as simple as that. NFL has it figured out every Sunday. They even can talk about it for like 10 seconds and then fix something that they've already messed up. It's simple.
There's nothing out there that has more checks and balances and more time and effort put into it that fails more than replay.
Last one. Do you guys think the fans rush the field with a win this weekend?
No.
I would be.
They go straight to the bar.
That's it for us. Appreciate the time, the questions, the thoughts. Thanks for letting me stumble around for 3 hours. It was fun. For Geoff Haxton, Jackson Frazier, Lucas White, I'm Chois Woodman. It's been the end of the bench on 100.7 The Score. Bottom line coming up next.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.